Civil rights groups filed a lawsuit on Tuesday challenging a new Republican-backed law in Texas that will give state officials broad powers to arrest, prosecute, and deport people who illegally cross the U.S.-Mexico border. On Monday, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed the law granting powers to state and local law enforcement that were long delegated to the federal government.
The goal of Senate Bill 4 is to stop the tidal wave of illegal entry into Texas.
The law, known as SB 4, will take effect in March and create a new state crime for illegal entry or re-entry into Texas, with penalties ranging from 180 days in jail to 20 years in prison. Texas magistrate judges will be required to order migrants to return to Mexico, with up to 20-year sentences for those who refuse to comply. The lawsuit claims that Texas's bill unlawfully infringes upon the authority of the federal government under the U.S. Constitution to enforce the nation's immigration laws. The groups, led by the American Civil Liberties Union, also said the law illegally bars migrants from applying to the U.S. government for asylum or other humanitarian protections. The legal director of the ACLU's Texas chapter said the law was one of the most extreme immigration enforcement measures taken by a U.S. state. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador on Tuesday called it inhumane. He said Mexico's foreign ministry is already working to challenge the law and accused Abbott of making such moves for political gain.
Ganar popularidad.
Migrants who cross illegally can already be charged with illegal entry or re-entry under federal laws. Abbott says SB 4 is necessary because of the failure of Democratic President Joe Biden's administration to stem a spike in illegal migration. In the White House press briefing on Tuesday, Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said it was an extreme law that will not make Texas safer.
This is not who we are as a country. This is not who we should be as a country. Communities should not be individually targeted and put into harm's way.
One immigration law expert told Reuters before the lawsuit was filed that the Texas law was vulnerable to legal challenges, citing a 2012 U.S. Supreme Court ruling that said Arizona could not authorize state officials with similar powers. Texas is already embroiled in a series of court cases related to Abbott's efforts to deter and punish illegal border crossings, collectively known as Operation Lone Star.